So, as you can see, class, during the Revolutionary War, George Washington was trying to organize a ragtag group of farmers and shopkeepers into soldiers for his army. And... Okay, guys, for Monday, read the next chapter and answer the questions on page 58. And don't forget that your major essay is due next Thursday. So I know what you'll be doing this weekend.
Hey, Brad, wait for me.
Hey, Missy, what's up?
Have you started your essay yet?
Well, that depends. How do you define started?
I don't know. Maybe taking the quill pen and ink out of storage.
Oh, I've gotten way past the quill and ink method.
Oh, you've dusted off your mom's old typewriter?
Nope, but I've made it to the 21st century and upgraded to Word Wizard.
You mean that old computer program that came out when we were in kindergarten and hasn't been updated since? My, aren't we advanced?
Hey, now, Brad Fuller is a man of the people. Can't get too futuristic.
So, all of this to say that you haven't written a single word on your essay, right? Have you even come up with a topic yet?
Well, I'm mentally processing the whole thing, so...
Right. Whatever you have to tell yourself, Fuller. Just make sure you actually do the assignment this time.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. I'll remember.
Hey, it's your grade.
I know. So why'd you want to know about my essay?
Well, I was gonna invite you to hang out with a bunch of us this weekend, but it sounds like you've already got yourself a date with Miss American History.
Hardy har har. Come on, I can hang out with you guys this weekend. The essay isn't due till Thursday. I'll have plenty of time to write it before then.
Uh-huh.
You, Miss Lewis, underestimate the astonishing academic skill of a one, Brad Fuller, boy genius.
Doesn't ring any bells. I think I only know a Brad Fuller, boy procrastinator.
Oh, whatever. So, when are you guys hanging out?
We're meeting at Greg's place for lunch on Sunday, and we'll see how things go from there.
Cool.
Seriously, though, Brad, don't come if you need the time to do schoolwork.
Don't worry about me. I'll be there.
True to his word, Brad showed up on Sunday. Having fun with his friends made him forget all about his schoolwork. The weekend flew by in the blink of an eye, and before Brad knew what had happened, it was time for American History class the next Thursday.
Hey, Brad, welcome to D-Day.
D-Day?
Yeah, due date day, for our major essay. So what'd you end up writing about?
Well, yeah, about that.
Oh, no, don't tell me you never wrote it. Come on, Brad. This essay and the final test will determine our grade for the whole class.
I know. I got busy.
You mean busy wasting time with us last weekend? Brad.
It's okay. It's okay. Maybe Mr. Torres forgot about the essay. You know how teachers are always super busy grading and doing, teacher stuff?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
All right, class, settle down, settle down. History awaits, and it's not getting any younger. Well, I see I have a tall stack of essays up here on my desk. Excellent. And you know that as your all-knowing teacher, I'll know who's put a decent effort into their paper.
AKA who's passing your class.
Oh, somebody was listening. So if your paper isn't already part of this leaning tower of essays, remember to turn it in by the end of class today. Otherwise, your final grade will suffer the consequences.
Oh, man. I still haven't written my essay. And if I fail this class, my parents will freak out. What am I gonna do?
Mr. Torres might go easy on you if he believes you have extenuating circumstances. He doesn't need to know that you forgot about the report. Just tell him something disastrous occurred that kept you from writing it.
You know honesty is the best policy. Just tell the truth, Brad.
But the honest truth is that you don't want to get a bad grade on such an important paper, do you, Brad?
Actually, the honest truth is that you've had plenty of time. You could have written your paper instead of hanging out with your friends last weekend.
Bah, don't listen to that nonsense, Brad. You've still got a chance to save your grade. You don't need to tell a big lie, just a little one. And little lies don't hurt anyone.
During the entire class period, Brad worried about how to handle his unwritten essay. Should he tell a lie to get Mr. Torres to go easy on him? Or admit the truth and get a bad grade? Finally, the class bell rang.
Hey, Missy, can you help me with our algebra homework? I'm having trouble with problem number 12.
Yeah, I guess so. It was pretty simple. You just...
Brad, can you stay and talk with me for a bit?
Oh, okay.
Yikes. I'll catch you later, Brad.
Okay. Come in, Mr. Torres.
Have a seat, Brad. I need to talk with you about your paper.
What about my paper, Mr. Torres?
Well, it appears that it doesn't exist. I noticed that your paper was missing from my Leaning Tower of Essays. I'm sure you're aware that this is an important assignment, a major part of your grade for my class.
Yes, sir.
And this isn't the first time you've turned in an assignment late, Brad. Surely by now you know that completing assignments on time is definitely required. What do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, man. What am I gonna do? If I tell the truth, I'll get a bad grade and fail the class, and then I'll be in big trouble.
You should admit the truth, Brad. I know you don't want to fail your history class, but even telling the smallest lie is wrong.
But is it really wrong to take advantage of an opportunity that just falls into your lap? Mr. Torres is asking you to give him an excuse. Just tell him that you're having a rough time at home. He'll never know the difference.
Is everything all right, Brad?
Well, no, Mr. Torres. I guess things haven't been so great at home.
Really? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Brad. What's going on?
Going on. It's my mom. She's been pretty sick lately.
I see. You know, Brad, I ran into your mom at Save King last night, and she seemed to be doing just fine.
She has good days and bad days. You know how it is.
Yes, I suppose I do.
Well, is that all, Mr. Torres?
Actually, Brad, I'd like to tell you a story about something that happened to me when I was just a few years younger than you are. It happened like this.
Mom, I'm going outside to play with Sean.
Okay, Robert.
Hiya, Sean. Hey, Robert. What do you want to do today? I don't know. It's pretty hot. Feels like we're inside a frying pan. Yeah. I know. Let's go to the backyard. What for? My older brother's been working on his bike. Maybe there's some old parts lying around we could use to build something. But won't Dale get mad if you mess around with his stuff? Nah. We'll be fine as long as we don't break anything. No, okay. Hey, is that your dad's new car? Yep. He's pretty proud of it. It's the first brand new car we ever had. Wow. And it's a hatchback, too. Look at the way that back window slopes up. It sure is a beauty. I know. Welcome to the backyard! Okay, here's where Dale was working on his bike. I can tell. There are tools and parts all over. Yeah. Do you see anything we could play around with? I dunno. Let's see. Oh, here's a bike chain. Sweet. Save that on the side. Okay. Hey, what about this? Whoa! A rim and tire? An entire bike wheel? It's perfect! It is? Yeah! We can make ramps and stuff for it, and launch the wheel through the air like motorcycle stuntmen! Cool.
Sean and I spent the next couple of hours picking up various odds and ends around the backyard and making inventive ramps for that bicycle wheel.
Ooh, were any of them any good?
Oh, yes. Some of the ramps were engineering masterpieces. Or at least we thought they were, anyway. We kept on trying to one-up each other, to see who could make the biggest and the best ramp so that when we threw the tire up the ramp, it would send the bike tire flying.
That was sweet! Did you see how fast the wheel went up that ramp? I think it was the best jump yet! Hold on. There's a paint bucket I want to add to our ramp underneath that board. It's gonna make the ramp even bigger! That's the idea. This is gonna be the best jump ever!
Sean put the old paint bucket underneath the board we were using as a ramp for launching our bike tire into the air. The bucket made our ramp even higher than ever.
It'll never make it.
What do you mean?
It's too high. The wheel won't make it to the top of the ramp.
Maybe an amateur wouldn't be able to get it up there, but I'm a professional.
Woohoo!
This is gonna be the best stunt since 1971 when Evel Knievel set the record by jumping over 19 cars with a motorcycle.
Sean, nothing will ever be as epic as Evel Knievel.
You're right. But this is gonna come pretty close.
We'll see.
All right. Time for the moment of truth. Sean Hanner steps up to the starting line. Come on, Robert. Be my announcer.
It's a beautiful day here in sunny Florida.
Robert.
Okay. Sean Hanner is about to make a throw that could change his career forever.
That's more like it.
He's backing up, and he's off. Running in good form, he reaches the launch line, and he throws the tire. It hits the ramp at a perfect angle, and it's flying.
Look at it go.
Wow, it went at least 100 feet.
Yeah.
And the crowd goes wild. Mr. Hanner, how do you feel after that awesome throw that has changed your tire throwing career?
Well, you know, Robert, I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I ended up with a perfect throw.
And how does that perfect throw make you feel?
Amazing!
Is there anything else you want to say?
Thank you to my mom. She's always been there for me. Thank you to Dale, who left his old bike tire lying around the yard. And thank you to Robert, who had this genius idea in the first place. God bless America! I think I just earned the award for the coolest ramp jump ever.
Hey, not so fast. I think I can beat it.
Nope, never. That was the best ramp jump in history.
Only until I beat it. I have the perfect ramp idea. Go fetch the wheel and then meet me in the driveway.
While Sean ran off to get the bike rim, I sized up what would be the perfect ramp. The sloping hatchback window of my dad's brand new car.
Uh-oh.
I was sure the car window would make the best ramp of all time, and something Sean could never beat.
No way, Mr. Torres. That's a crazy idea. So, how did you turn the window into a ramp?
Well, I figured that if I could throw the bike rim and get it to hit the car at the base of the window, the tire would roll right on up the window, glance off the top, and be launched into the air.
And how did that work out for you?
Well, when Sean returned with the wheel...
Okay, here it is. What's this great new ramp you've got planned?
Oh, it's gonna be big. You see my dad's car?
That's just asking for trouble.
Hey man, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Or, as you might say, all the awesome stuff happens because of trying stupid stuff.
Oh, no, not stupid. Stupendous!
I don't know, man. Your dad will totally freak if anything happens to his car.
Well, nothing's gonna happen, except that it's gonna be the perfect ramp and I'll become famous.
If you say so.
I do. Now it's time for you to announce my award-winning jump.
Spectators have lined up to see Robert Torres attempt the greatest tire jump of all time.
You know it!
Against conventional wisdom, he's gonna use the window of his dad's new hatchback car as a ramp.
You know, Sean, some naysayers think the jump can't be done.
Mm-hmm.
But that remains to be seen. Watch and be amazed.
Robert's running toward the launch line. And he's throwing the rim! It's airborne! A tragic accident on what could have been the most incredible day of our lives. Now we're doomed.
Oh man. What am I gonna do? My dad's gonna be so mad.
I know, man.
Well, Sean, it's been nice knowing you, but I'm probably gonna be grounded until, I'm 35. An old man.
Yeah, your dad is gonna freak out for sure. But hey, my dad won't be as mad as your dad.
So? That's your dad. I didn't completely destroy his new car. I destroyed my dad's.
No, you don't get what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
Just tell your dad that I broke the car window.
What? No. I couldn't let you do that for me. It's too much. Besides, it'd be lying.
Robert, If we ever want to see each other again, this is the only way. If your dad finds out that you ruined his new car, I won't see you till you're 35 and you come staggering out of the house, all old and wrinkly. I might not even recognize you.
Well, if I'm that old, you will be too. What if I don't recognize you either?
Hold on, let me finish what I was saying. I could have broken that window just as easily as you did. The only reason I didn't was because you thought of the idea first. That barely makes it a lie. It's just what could have happened.
But it didn't.
Well, nobody has to know that except you and me.
I don't know. You'd really take the blame for me like that?
Yeah. I mean, what are friends for?
You, sir, are the best of friends. You deserve a Purple Heart or something.
It's an honor. Anything to keep you from never seeing the light of day again.
Thanks, man.
Well, I'd better get home before your dad gets here.
Since school was in hours, I went up to my room and started furiously working on my homework. I figured that my dad might be so impressed with my hard-working character that he wouldn't even notice the car.
Right.
As you've probably surmised, my doing homework wasn't quite that impressive. And it wasn't long before I heard my dad's heavy footsteps coming down the hallway.
Robert,
Yes, Dad?
what happened to my new car? When I left this morning, it was good as new. And now the back window is smashed into a million pieces. Did you have something to do with it?
Yeah, well, I guess sort of. But not really.
Well, which is it? Did you or did you not break my new car's window?
I didn't. You see, me and Sean were playing and we needed a ramp for our tire stunts.
A ramp?
Yeah, you know, for making the tire do jumps.
And you thought using the window of my new car was a good idea?
Uh-huh.
Robert, don't you have any respect for other people's property?
Well, Sean did it.
Sean? Sean Hanner broke my car window?
Yeah, he did.
My dad stormed out of my bedroom, and I ran to the window to see what would happen. I watched as he stalked angrily across the street and pounded on the Hanner's front door. Mr. Hanner answered. After my dad said his piece, Mr. Hanner shook his head and called back into the house. I watched as Sean came out and apologized to my dad, and then Mr. Hanner got out his wallet and gave my dad money to pay for the broken window. And that was it.
So you got away with it. That's great, Mr. Torres.
No, Brad, it wasn't great.
It wasn't?
My story doesn't end there.
Hey, Sean, what's your punishment?
Well, I'm grounded for 2 weeks.
Wow, only 2 weeks? Not bad for breaking a window.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm also not allowed to play baseball at all this summer.
What? But you love baseball.
Even more than I love Christmas or my birthday.
That's awful, man. I'm sorry.
I'm not even allowed to watch any of the games either.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. But it's worth it, right? I mean, you're not going to be grounded till you're 35, so that's something anyway.
Yeah, that's something.
All summer long, I watched Sean mope around, unable to go to any baseball games.
Can you believe Tony just hit a home run? And the bases were loaded.
I know, best game ever.
You'll have to tell Sean about it. He'll be so sad that he missed the game.
Yeah.
It killed me every time I saw Sean asking other kids how baseball season was going. My best friend was suffering, and it was my fault. But still, I held on to the lie that Sean had broken the window for an entire month. It was the longest month of my life. My guilt was tearing me up inside, eating away at my heart. I couldn't have any fun, and I could barely eat.
Wow. It was really that bad?
Mm-hmm. Lies make you miserable. And that lie ruined my summer.
So what did you do?
Well, finally, near the end of the summer, I couldn't take it anymore. I had to tell the truth.
Hey, Dad.
Yes, Robert?
That is...
What is it?
I have something I have to tell you.
Yes?
It's about your car.
Telling my dad the truth was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. But even though I got in a lot of trouble, I felt better than I'd felt all summer.
Really?
Absolutely. Yes, my dad was angry and disappointed in me, but I didn't care because finally the weight of my lie was gone.
Wow. What happened to Sean once you told the truth?
Well, his dad was very upset that he'd lied, but figured that Sean had already suffered enough to learn his lesson. So, Mr. Hanner talked the baseball coach into letting Sean play baseball for the last 2 games of the season. His team won both games, too.
Nice.
It was very nice to see my best friend happy again. But it was even nicer that the lie wasn't staining my heart any longer. You see, Brad, telling a lie might seem like the easy way out, like it'll get you off the hook. But in the end, it leads to a lot of pain for yourself and for everyone else involved. Lying's just not worth the pain that it causes.
Huh. Why'd you tell me that story, Mr. Torres?
Oh, I just thought it might help you. Anyway, you said your mom's sick? That's why you didn't write your paper?
Yeah, No, Mr. Torres, my mom isn't sick. I made that up.
You did?
Yeah, I didn't want to fail your class if you knew that I didn't write the paper because I was just hanging out with my friends.
I thought so.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I'm proud of you for telling the truth.
Thanks, Mr. Torres.
I believe in you, Brad. You can do well in school, and I want you to succeed in my class. But it will take effort.
Yeah, I know.
So, since the essay was due today, how about this? I'll give you until next Monday to get a very well-written essay on my desk.
Whoa, you do that?
Yes. But just to be fair to the other students, whatever grade you would have earned on it, you'll have to accept 1 grade lower since you didn't make the deadline. At least then, if you do well on the final, you'll still have a chance at a decent grade. Fair enough?
Oh, yeah. And thanks, Mr. Torres. Really. Thanks for everything.